Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today's video will be looking at the impedance of resistor, capacitor and inductor, and also be looking at resonant circuit. Now what's impedance? Impedance is defined as the total opposition offered by an AC circuit to the flow of alternating current. It is represented by the number Z and the unit is ohms, or we can say impedance is the overall opposition. You can later define this as the overall opposition of a mixed circuit containing the resistor, the inductor and the capacitor, and also it is measured in ohms. We're looking at the impedance of resistor and capacitor in series. The next one we'll be looking at is resistor and inductor in series. The third one we'll be looking at is resistor, capacitor and inductor in series. We'll be deriving the equation of resistors and capacitors in series. So therefore, we say that our V R is equal to 1 times I times R, and our VC is equal to 1XC. And since these parameters are in square, we are going to be squaring these parameters too. So therefore, let's substitute it into equation 1. We'll be having XR all square, IR all square plus IXC. Remember, XC is the capacitive reactance all square. So we are going to be opening up this guy. Remember, this will be V square. Therefore, V square, what's common? The current is common, which is I square, bracket open, R square plus XC square. Let's call this equation 2, equation 3. So therefore, what are we going to do next? Recall that XC is equal to 1 all over 2 pi FC. So we are going to be substituting this into this equation. I'll have Vx, V square is equal to I square, bracket open, R square plus, bracket open, 1 all over 2 pi FC all square. Let's call this equation 4. So if we move this square here and pass a equality sign, we'll be having square root. So our V alone will be equal to square root of I square, bracket open, R square plus half 1 all over 2 pi FC. 1 times 1, which is the square here, will give us 1. So the only square that will be left is this square here. We close the bracket. Will give us V is equal to I square root of R square plus 1 all over 2 pi FC all square. So our final equation will be given as V all over I is equal to square root of R square plus 1 all over 2 pi FC all square. We can call this the impedance of resistor and capacitors in series, where our Z is equal to the radius of V all over I, which is also equal to square root of R square plus 1 all over 2 pi FC all square. So this is called the impedance of resistor and capacitor in series. Note, this can be equal to this, and this can be equal to this. This can be also equal to this, and this can be equal to this. Let's simplify this final equation, which is the impedance. You can also say that Z alone is equal to, if we move the square root here, this square root, down to this, we'll be having Z square is equal to R square plus, recall that everything here is XC all square. So we can decide to leave the equation of the impedance of resistor and capacitor this way, or this way. If you open up this guy, you still have Z alone is equal to square root of R square plus XC square. If you open up this other guy, you still have Z is equal to square root of R square plus 1 all over 2 pi FC all square. So these are the equations for the impedance of resistors and capacitor, and that's how to derive it. Now we'll be looking at the impedance of resistor and inductor in series. The total potential difference of resistor and inductor is given by V square is equal to V R square plus V square L. You observe that it's looking like the equation we did in our first derivation. Very similar. So therefore, you use the same way to derive it and get the impedance of resistor and inductors in series, which our final equation will be given as Z is equal to V all over I, which is equal to square root of R square plus bracket open 2 pi FL all square. This can be equal to this, and this can be equal to this. This also can be equal to this, and this also can be equal to this. So therefore, we can write the final equation of this guy to be Z square is equal to R square plus XL square. So this is also the equation of impedance in resistor and inductor. And this is also the equation of impedance of resistor and inductor. This is how to get the impedance of resistor and inductors in series. Now let's combine the three devices, which is the resistor, inductor, and the capacitor. So while we are using this, I explained it in the previous video that resistor, capacitor, and inductor are the three major devices used for alternating current, and they play a very vital role in alternating current circuit. So make sure you watch the video so that you can understand what we are doing here. And the next one we'll be looking at is impedance of resistor, capacitor, and inductor in series. Now the potential difference of these three parameters is given as V R is equal to what? IR, and VC is equal to IXC, VL is equal to IXL. The impedance of this circuit will be given as Z is equal to V all over I, which is also equal to what? The square root of R square plus 2 pi FL minus 1 all over 2 pi FC all square. So this is the general impedance of resistor, inductor, and capacitor, which is known as the RLC series circuit. Now we'll be solving some problems under the impedance of resistor, capacitor, and inductor in series. And we'll also talk about resonant circuit. Resonant circuit is said to occur in an AC series circuit when the maximum current is obtained. And the maximum current is obtained. Having a minimum impedance. In the resonant circuit, we have something known as the resonant frequency. The resonant frequency is denoted as F naught is equal to 1 over 2 pi square root of LC. This only occurs when XL is equal to XC and in the resonant frequency. You can use this to derive the equation of the resonant frequency. Where we say our XL is equal to 2 pi F naught L, which is equal to 1 over 2 pi F naught C. After deriving this, you recall that our W is equal to 2 pi F naught. Anywhere we see F, we replace it by what? F naught, which is known as the what? Resonant frequency. So therefore, from this equation, we can say that F naught is equal to 1 over 2 pi square root of LC. You can derive this equation to make sure that this equation here is correct. Try to derive this on your own and check if we can get the resonant frequency when we derive that equation. So we'll be solving some problems in resonant frequency, impedance of resistor, capacitor, and inductors in series. So let's solve some problem in resistors, capacitors, and inductors in series, which is the impedance and also resonant frequency. Question number 1 says, an alternating source is connected in series to a capacitor of capacitive reactance of 1000 root 3 ohms and resistor of resistance. This should be 1000 ohms. So 10 raised to the power 3, 1000. Calculate the impedance of the circuit. Solution. The capacitive reactance is giving us 1000 raised to the power of 3 square root of 3, and the resistance is giving us 1000 ohms, and we are asked to find the impedance, which is measured in what? Ohms. So therefore, the impedance is equal to square root of the resistor plus the square of the capacitive reactance. What is our R? 1000 all square plus 1000 square root of 3 all square. If we calculate that correctly, our final answer will be given as 2000 ohms. Question number 2. 10 microfarad capacitor is connected in series to 100 ohms. Solution. 100 ohms. Calculate the total impedance at a frequency of 159 Hz. Our Z, which is the impedance, is equal to the square root of I square plus capacitive reactance all square. We'll be having I square plus 1 all over 2 pi fc all square. So because we have the frequency and we have the what? Capacitor. So we'll be using this equation here to solve this problem. So Z is equal to, what was my arrow giving us? 100 ohms. So square root 100 square plus 1 all over 2 pi times 159 times 10 times 10 raised to the power of minus 6, that's a 10 microfarad, all in square. If we use our calculator to do that calculation, our final answer, open close bracket, calculating very well, will be given as 141.5 ohms. Please make sure you open up this calculation and solve this to get this answer. If this answer is not correct, drop the correct answer. If it's correct, type in the comment section that this answer here is correct. Now let's look at question number 3. A series RLC circuit with my R is equal to 10 ohms, my L is equal to 0.2 millihenry, which is approximately 0.2 times 10 raised to the power of minus 3 henry, and my C is giving us, which is the capacitor, 0.008 times 10 raised to the power of what? Minus 6, that's microfarad, is connected to an alternating voltage. If the amplitude voltage source is 3.0 volts, V is equal to 3 volts, calculate the resonant frequency and the maximum current in the AC circuit. So therefore, how are we going to solve that? We'll solve that by using the resonant frequency and also solve the maximum current of that problem. My F naught is equal to 1 all over 2 pi LC, square root of LC, 1 all over 2 pi times, my L is 0.2 times 10 raised to the power of minus 3 times, inside the square root we still have 0.008 times 10 raised to the power of minus 6. Give me the final answer, drop it in the comment section for this. So how are we going to solve the maximum current? My V naught is equal to I naught times I, and use this equation to solve for the maximum current by making I subject of formula all over what? V naught R. So solve this and drop your answer of the maximum current in the comment section. The last question is something you solve. Take your time to solve it. Drop it in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. See you on next video. Thank you.